Fusion Mobile, quality e-learning experience on the go.
Welcome to Fusion Mobile e-learning platform. My name is OK Bono, your agricultural science tutor. And in this lesson, we will be considering the topic animal byproducts. Animal byproducts. Now, under the animal byproducts, we're going to be looking at all of these, okay? Don't worry, they are not as plenty as you think. It's just animal and the byproducts of animals. What are the byproducts of animals? What do we mean when we say byproducts of animals? Byproducts of animals are simply those things, those products that you derive from animal. You know, rearing of animals has nothing to do with just getting the meat alone, okay? The animal, almost every part of the animal is very, very useful. Talk about egg. Consider what life would look like if you did not have an egg to boil or fry. Talk about your belts that you wear. Talk about your leather bags. Talk about the rug in your house. I mean, a number of things that we get as a result of rearing animals. So these byproducts, which are the hides and skin, the fur, the wool, the milk, the egg, the meat, the blood, the dung, the bone, the feather and tails of animals, they are all byproducts of animals, and we use these in various ways. In pharmaceutical industries, we use them in production industries, in factories, in the making of fertilizers, and a whole lot more. So byproducts simply means those products that we get, those things, those products that we get from animals directly, that we get directly from animals. They are called byproducts. Now, talk about the hides and skins, okay? We will look at these byproducts and also consider their economic importance. The first on our list is the hide and the skin. That's what we usually call hides and skins. Okay, now hides and skins are usually very instrumental in our leather production. Okay, the production of leather. You have leather bags, have leather shoes, have leather ropes, have leather belts, you know, all these leather things that are very, very high in quality. In fact, most of the time they are imported, okay, to us, and we buy. And these are things we can begin to look at producing, okay. Hides and skin is very, very good for the production of leather. So we see also it can serve as a source of income, and it can also serve for the production of clothings and ornamentals. Clothings like jackets. You have some very tough jackets that those cowboys wear, okay. They are made from the hides and skins of animals. Then we look at fur, wool, feather and tail, okay. You know that tail that the cow uses to chase away flies, okay. That tail that it uses to ward off flies. And sometimes in the traditional settings, you see people, we use it in the traditional settings, okay, to just for decorative purposes, okay. But it is used in the traditional settings, especially those people who are doing, you know, traditional wedding. Okay, so maybe in your time, the women especially, they like to hold it when they are dancing and all of that. So it works very well as an ornamental, okay, in traditional dressing. And talking about the fur, the wool, the feathers, you discover that the fur, for instance, and the wool are used in the production of brushes and clothing and rugs, even the feather, okay, also for the production of pillows. Those very nice pillows, you stuff them off with these things. You stuff them off with the furs, the wools and furs of animals. You can get fur from animals like rabbits. Yes, you can get wool from animals like sheep. Exactly. And of course, feathers are from domestic fowls like the turkeys, the chickens. Those are domestic fowls. You get feathers from them. Okay, and of course, you've seen various other decorations that come from these byproducts of animals. Now, let's not forget our mattresses. Our mattresses are produced from furs and wools of animals. Good. That's for most of our mattresses, though there are some that are produced from byproducts of petrochemicals, but that's not our business. Okay, so now let us not forget that feathers are used by farm animals to fly. Okay, the birds fly with their feathers, and the cows and other animals, okay, other cattle, they chase insects and flies, pests, okay, away with their tail. You see them doing the tail like this, like that, and driving the insects away. Good. So we have horns and we have bones. For the animals, what do they do with their horns? So they fight to their horns, they defend themselves, they defend their territories with their horns. But that's not all. For us who are humans, we can get those horns, we can dehorn the animals and do what? Crush them into fine meal and mix it with what? We can mix it with feed, we can mix it with fertilizers. Those horns and the bones, they are very, very rich in calcium and phosphorus, and these are also basic ingredients of fertilizers and basic ingredients of feed meal, basic ingredients of animal feed. Okay, so they are very good. Now, we also can make knife handles, belt heads, and ornamentals from animal horns. Okay, animal horns can be used to make knife handles, belt heads, and ornamentals. Now, another thing is music. Can you see that? Music is right there. Now, again, when I was small, I had this village. You know, in the village you have some very beautiful things, okay? So now back in the village there was this old man. He blows animal horns, you know, during music and dance festivals. You just see him doing. So you see people dancing to his blowing and all of that. So the man, he liked me so well. So he gave me one tiny little horn of an animal that he had, you know, he had actually designed for music. So he gave me, did I know how to blow it? I can't even remember. I was very little then, but I used to try my bit anyway. So you see, animal horns can be designed to make music, and people can dance, you know, to the music. So you have all of these beautiful things coming from animal horns and animal bones. Then you have the milk and the egg. Oh, milk and egg? Wow. We can't even, we can't say all of the beautiful things that we get from milk and bones. Talk about baby food. Talk about the proteins in food. Talk about the dairy milks, the dairy foods like the milk, the butter, the cheese, the margarines, the yogurts. You know, all of these come from milk, they come from egg. And then cosmetics, pharmaceutical industries, the printer's ink, the ink, okay, that you use, or that is used for printing, okay, most of these things have elements of egg in them, okay, and also milk. And then talking about the dongs of animals. What is dung? The feces. The most nutritious, that is nutritious as manure, okay, manure, not as per food, that is nutritious to the soil. The most nutritious of animal dungs is that of chicken, followed by that of rabbit, and then cow and the rest of them. Okay, so you see that animal dung is not useless. It can serve as manure. It improves soil texture and quality. It regulates the soil temperature and also assists in the prevention of erosion. So animal dungs are of very great economic importance. And then we go on to meat and blood. The meat and blood, of course, meat. Most of you can't even eat food without eating meat, huh? You must have meat in your soup on top of your rice, eh? And every little thing you eat, you want to see meat in it. So you see, meat is of very great value. What does it do for us? It provides protein. Okay, same as blood. Now, human beings may not eat blood, okay, because before you cook the meat, you wash off the blood and all of that. You don't want to see the blood. But the blood is good, okay? Maybe if it's not good for you, it's good for the farm animals. For the farm animals, the blood provides proteins, provides vitamins and minerals. You can actually collect the blood, cook it, it becomes thick, okay, and then you grind it and mix it with feed of animals and feed it to the animals, and I tell you, they will enjoy the meal. Now, away from that, the blood and the meat, you can actually harvest some ingredients that will be used in the production, that could be used in the production of vaccines, drugs, and hormones. Okay, some of the vaccines that we use, that the animals use, are harvested from the blood of animals and from the meat of animals. Okay, so you see that the pharmaceutical industries find the blood and meat of animals quite important, the same way they find the milk and egg of animals quite important also. So we have looked at the byproducts of animals, and very soon you'll see a few questions displayed on your screen. Please do well to attend the questions, and if you have any issues to clarify, please feel free, replay the video.